What's up, YouTube? It's your homeboy, whatever, man. Just coming through real quick with my reaction to the fight from last night. Yeah, we had Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury 2. Um, Tyson Fury came out, did everything he had to do to win. Um, he came out early, putting the pressure on Wilder moving forward. He established the jab, he established the range. He had that overhand right. Actually, a few rights. He had the overhand right going. He landed some good right hooks, actually, too, as well. And then, inside, there were some good uppercuts and inside hooks that Tyson Fury landed. I mean, overall, man, it was a brilliant performance by Tyson Fury. I was wondering because he came in a little bit heavier in the first fight. How would it affect his movement? Would it affect the feints that he was doing? And I was curious to what adjustments he would make. If you watch my video, my prediction video, where I predicted actually that Wilder would win between rounds 6 and 8. I was wondering what Tyson Fury's strategy would be and what he would do differently in this fight. And he came out. He was the aggressor. He put the pressure on. He took basically Wilder's right hand away. He was slipping and moving as the right hand was coming in. But there were a few things that he did that I thought were brilliant. One was when he got inside, of course, he would tie up most of the time. But being the taller, bigger man, he took a few, pointers, I guess, from Klitschko's. He When he got inside with Deontay Wilder after he, threw his punches and decided to smother Deontay Wilder's punches by grabbing and also leaning on him. As they were in the clinch, he was leaning on him, putting his weight on him, and that's what they used to do to wear down other fighters, and that's something that Tyson Fury did. And be it, that he came in almost 50 pounds heavier than Wilder. I definitely think it was a smart move. With that said, after the third round, when Tyson Fury scored the knockdown, I guess he must have busted Deontay Wilder's eardrum. But even if you backpedal around, right, at the end of the second round, Deontay Wilder has started to spit blood, in the corner. I noticed that, and then it seemed as though, as throughout the fight, as it got, further into the fight, that the blood got thicker. That he was spitting out in between the corner. So if you take that along with the eardrum injury, that makes for a tough fight. I mean, I know personally, if you think about the blood, that was a lot of blood that he was spitting out between the rounds. So how much of that was he swallowing? How much of that was running down his throat? During the fight, wearing him out, affecting his breathing. That's something because after the third round, essentially, I mean, he looked tired for the rest of the fight. He also didn't have any legs. He didn't have his legs under him at all. No coordination with the legs, no real movement. It was almost like at times they wanted to give out on him. So I don't know, because I didn't really see it when he fell in the second, but I think it was Lennox Lewis mentioned, how when he got hit and he went down, how his right leg had also slipped out from underneath him. But I didn't see him limping or anything like that necessarily to indicate, that he had pulled something. I think it was more of a equilibrium type issue with the busted eardrum. I don't know. That's a whole nother level than anything that I've ever been through. There was a point in time where I had vertigo and something that was actually kind of I don't know what you would want to call it, making it worse, I guess is the best way to describe it, going on at the same time. And that dizziness, I mean, there's no way that I could fight if I was a boxer with any sort of dizziness like on that level. It's almost like being lightheaded all the time. So if you think about, just how much did that affect him? How much did it throw him off? It was like he didn't have any balance and he didn't have any legs after that. I think that was a major factor. That right hand that Tyson Fury landed, landed kind of on the back of the head, but behind the ear, but further closer to the back of the head. I mean, this must have been some thunder on that punch. Not only did it put him down, but it busted his eardrum or whatever, the ear injury was. So, again, you can't take nothing away from Tyson Fury. Again, this was the best fighting the best. This is what we need. The best U.S. fighter, the best UK fighter. I'm going to put my phone down for a second. Yeah, so you had the best U.S. fighter, the best UK fighter, the best two heavyweights getting in there, battling it out. Somebody had to win, somebody had to lose. Tyson Fury was dominant. You know, can't take nothing away from him. Great story, given what he's been through, where he was at, with the drugs and wanting to die. He said at one point, they were talking, one of the little interviews or what have you in the build up to the fight. He was talking about how he was praying to God, to end his life basically on a daily basis. So if you think about somebody sinking down that low and then coming back up to the level that, they can regain a world title, in the heavyweight division and really be considered the best, that's an amazing comeback story. So you can't do nothing but respect and salute Tyson Fury for what he's been through and where he's made it to, And then from Deontay Wilder's perspective, he came back, graciously and, accepted the defeat. You have to go back to the drawing board. This time it's on Deontay Wilder to see what sort of adjustments he can make. I personally, unless there was something else going on, I think he, a lot of people said that he should put on a little bit of weight and bulk up. I think he fights better at the lower weight. I mean, maybe down in the 220s and instead of the 230s is better for him, at least with Tyson Fury. But we'll have to see. He's going to have to establish an inside game. Because in this fight, he had absolutely no success on the inside. He obviously didn't have much success at all. Most of his punches that he landed were actually those sort of jab type punches to the body of Tyson Fury. So we'll have to see. But I also want to say, we talk about the best fighting the best, right? One of the matchups that everybody was, clamoring for was Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. Now, they both lost. Anthony Joshua, did regain his titles back, but now when, do we see that fight, if ever? We don't know what's going to happen with Deontay Wilder when he comes back. Will Anthony Joshua fight Tyson Fury and they go ahead and, we have an undisputed champ? We need to continue with the best fight the best. We get fights like this when the best fight the best. Nothing but respect for both fighters. I hope Deontay Wilder comes back strong. Again, congratulations to Tyson Fury. The UK fighter came out on top tonight. One thing that was surprising to me too is the level of hate for Deontay Wilder, man, from his own countrymen. It's just weird. If it was the Olympics, the U.S., you roots for the U.S. I seen so many American fans rooting for Tyson Fury. It's one thing if you think he's going to win, but it's another thing, to not root for your countrymen. It's just odd to me. I don't understand where the hate comes from. You don't have to like his style, but you got to respect what Deontay Wilder was able to accomplish, before this fight. So, again, I don't understand the hate, from his own countrymen, but it is what it is, we'll see how it all progresses and we'll see where the heavyweight division goes from here. But I appreciate you checking out my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at whateverman, WHATEVA_man. I'm gone.